Hi guys, welcome back. Today what we're going to do is look at one of the best drivers of the ball on the planet right now, and that is Rory Mcilroy. So we're going to take a look at his swing with the driver and we'll discuss some of the things that he does that you could learn from to improve your driving too. Let's get started. Let's look at Rory's setup first. So as you can see from this setup, from this view, he's basically got a lovely neutral grip. If it's anything, it's slightly on the stronger side with his left hand. Right hand looks pretty much neutral, straight on top with a V of his thumb and finger. But by having that nice neutral grip, it means he's going to have full control over the club face as long as he does everything else quite well. So other positives about his setup, he's got a lovely wide stance with his feet, so he's gone wider than shoulder width clearly there, and he will have that ball position nicely on his left foot. So by having the wide stance, he's got a great stable base to be able to swing from. So as you can see as well with his setup, he's got a great alignment of the feet, the hips and the shoulders all pointing parallel down towards his target. From there he can make his swing from the best starting position possible. So let's look at the backswing now. He starts with a great takeaway using his shoulders and maintaining that triangle. So you see when he gets to here at what we call halfway back, he's got this club head and hands perfectly in line with each other. He sets the wrists like so and creates a nice lever, but in doing it in this way he also keeps control of that club face and he also keeps control of the club path. So at this point here you can see the club shaft would be pointing straight down towards the ball. So he continues on, makes a huge shoulder turn to the top, and when he gets to the top here he's in a fantastic position with his left arm across his shoulder line, not below it, not above it, and his club face matching exactly up with his left forearm, which is a sign that it's in a very nice neutral position. So it is absolutely bang on. You can see he's allowed his hips to rotate a little bit with his shoulders to create that nice big turn, and it's as if he's almost stretching as high and as far behind him as he can with his hands to create what we call depth and width. From this position he's created, he's now ready to unload all his potential power back down into the ball. So let's look at the downswing. So I want you to look very carefully at the start of the downswing. So almost before the club has even started to move from the top of his backswing, his lower half has started to squat and bump slightly to his left side. So that's him loading himself ready to kind of create that power. As the club starts down, he's starting to uncoil from the bottom up. So he's going from his feet up to his hips, to his torso, up to his shoulders. As he's coming down, he's maintaining this posture. As he starts to turn, this position he gets to halfway down puts the club head behind his hands clearly, so that's where he can deliver the club from to give him the best possible chance of squaring up path and face. A lot of amateurs get the club head far too far outside the line of hands, almost over the top towards the ball, and that creates the big cut across the ball, starting to straighten and push through his feet and through his legs, which is creating more power. So from the top of his downswing, he's squatted, and then as he's starting halfway down, he's now started to push out of that squat as he rotates his body through. So that's creating so much power, and the rotation is actually the part of his swing that creates his control over delivering the club head. As he pushes through his left leg, he's also feeling like he's pushing his hip back, his left hip back, which is keeping him in posture as he swings through. As he comes into impact and pushes off his left leg, he's also keeping his upper body back behind the ball. So when we get into impact here, you can see clearly that this kind of tilt he has from his upper body is back behind the ball, which allows him to hit up on the ball, which with a driver is exactly what we want. That also helps him clear himself out of the way, so when he rotates through, he's nice and free into the follow through. A lovely full extension of the arms down the line of his target, releasing the club freely, turning the body through freely as he's continuing to push the pressure onto his left side. So that downswing Rory creates is creating a lot of his power and a lot of his speed, and that's giving him the distance that you all see him being able to do week in, week out. So as he comes into impact, you can see his eyes are on the ball. As the ball leaves the club face and he continues to turn, he does something that a lot of people don't actually realise you're meant to do. And that is allow yourself to look up and follow the ball off the club face. See there, he leaves, hits the ball, lets the eyes come up and follow the ball off the face. So that releasing almost of his head and his eye line is going to actually help him release the rest of his body through to the follow through. If he keeps his head pointing down on the ball, which we're all at some point in our golfing life told to do, just keep your head down, it actually locks out a lot of your rotation from your top of your body, so it starts to influence your impact position as well. So allowing your head to look up as you've hit the ball is actually a great way of helping you rotate into the follow through. And his finish position there is lovely and balanced, all with the pressure in his left foot, with his belt and chest pointing towards his target. That is always a great position that you can try and get to in your finish to show that you've kind of completed your swing. Okay guys, so if you enjoyed that video, hit that like button down below, and if you want to see other videos like this one, if you imagine you're trying to create your perfect golfer, who would you want to look at for putting? Who would you want to look at for chipping, pitching, iron play, driving, recovery play, whatever it might be? Comment down below whose swing and whose technique you'd like me to analyse next, and I'll put it in a video soon. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below, followed by the little bell icon, and you'll get notified to all the new videos I post. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next time.